million. Then rescue the 1 million rescue. You want to press people, you're no pro. Show me the million rescue. To save somebody, the million rescue.
Yeah. To deliver you from something, take you from something.
So you're a poor people. Rescue me, save. But we the old people. Rescue the million rescue. That can't help me while here.
That's the same thing.
But you can't tell in the water. He can't put one neck in the water back to kill on one thing. You know they get people the pressure. Husband not working. I live in Joseph. I even made 1,000 a lot. I even made 400 a lot profit. Let me come and go. Children waiting for me. You are Jota Baga. Where will be our result next year? We wouldn't in 1 year. Where will be our result the following year?
Okay. Thank you so much. What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Patience Mane.
Patience Mane. You selling the market here?
Yes.
I'm selling it.
Yes.
But I'm selling it.
No market. Can't get some. I go look for Yancy.
You go look for the market, you see so?
Yancy food, call it food price. The way up, you not understand ourselves. When you go to there, you buy another price. When you come, you buy a different price. So the money I can put it back.
Also, the money you carry to the cold storage.
They put it back. Very rich.
How much for the face?
You buy snapper 14,000. What we used to buy 10,000, 8,000. Buying it 14,000. One cartoon snapper 14,000. So we beg the government. We ask y'all to help us to beg our government. We say you keep to rescue us. But the rescue that you're doing now, we're not understanding it. And when they pull the police on the street, our boyfriend here, they're not bringing nothing to us again. They say they can't rescue us. While they cause a motor van running, they want not doing the one. They are breaking the government. We the poor people, they must find place for us that we want be able to steal our clothes. They got poor people, they got rich people in the town. Some of all we not got north from the south God. And that basically we do, we not understand our children run to school. Our children, when we can't sell the market, we can't make a damn. They say rescue, but we're not understanding the rescue team. So they were taking them from all of the street for smoking, for drugs and things. But I think you see them now. All of them turn to Zoom. They can stay in the freeze.
So the drugs are to you?
Rampant now, more than rampant.
Okay.
The drugs is rampant. Some of them almost 20 cases on the street because of Zoom.
The zombie drugs?
Yeah, the Zoom and they bring in Jota Baga. Because we are trying to sell our push. But now Zoom, when he said I see that we are so sticking at it. So we ask him to please, we the parent of our boys children, we ask him to please help us to make our children to leave Zoom. Because he said he came to change things. And no change, we not understand our land. Police people getting our keke motor back, hard time. Police people beating our children on the street. They say they should wear stuff, they should become go over there, go over that, everything they do. But what people are home king? That just one thing we just getting dropping like that. Tell him, don't Napa, tell him sorry. We're not taking somebody out for fair the country. So we should tell our president to help we the poor people.
Selling money, how's the business?
We get God a great for you don't let you what take you for. But money ain't no country now.
In process.
For now, if I have to tell you that before we're all there,
I'm a United Party partisan from local country.
How long have you been selling here?
I've been selling almost 3 years. Not even 3 years, but I can't remember, but almost, yeah.
But you've been selling here for a long time.
For a very long time.
Yeah, so how was things during President Weah Town?
It was smoothly moving. Oh, small, but for now, benefit. As you can see, since the morning, we not even sell one customer.
So since this morning,
and then
nobody has bought anything for you here?
Yes. Police can take your market. They expect you to free here.
Okay.
Since the morning, nobody number. So how you free? You leader, I will get taken out my Wow.
So now, will you prefer President Weah coming back?
Oh yes, I'm a United Partisan.
Yes. But now if election is here today,
I will vote President Weah.
President Weah?
Yes.
So you are United Partisan?
Yes, because of what's going on now. The getting on shit, yes.
Yeah, economic condition is not better.
Oh, yes.
Okay, your name again?
I'm J. Kamara.
Yeah. Thanks for having you. So ma, how everything? How's the country with you now?
The country too hard, not allowed to eat my son. the country hard. Can you imagine? My children coming dre. The old shoe that on the bed I take from there. Doing jolly time. I will buy different things. I will come at shopping. I buy different things. But the old shoe, yeah. Now, I'm going to put it on the green tray. So tell me now, what the facility now I will go on in the country? It's too hard.
So you saying that what you were promised by the Joseph Yuma Boakai government, that is not what you
nothing. I'm not saying nothing working. Nothing working, brother. I will not lie to you.
So what do you prefer now? Will you prefer George Mano we are coming back?
I say I prefer 100 times. You know what I will tell you? My chicken, my dog, everything waiting. Nah.
Everything waiting.
I say everything waiting to vote for Dawia.
Wow.
Yes, because I know the interest are in him, and I know that God sent him.
God sent him.
Yeah, God sent him.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So how is business going? How is business?
The business is not really improving.
So now you've been selling here for over some years, and so during the regime of George Mano Weah, and as compared to now under President Joseph Yuma Boakai, how can you compare business?
You can't compare it because I can remember 2017 when George Weah became president for Liberia. As of the time I start making money on my own. I even bought Lendy. But anytime the party people come in power, something very hard. As you can see me, this is not my body. Things are hard. Yeah, so from the economic situation, the economic situation for presently, this regime is very hard.
It's very hard.
It's very hard.
So it was quite better doing George Mano Weah
down now.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you are grading the two government, who will you grade higher past them first?
I will grade George Weah government 100% and this government 10%.
Okay, thank you so much. Your name again?
I'm James Fire.
James Fire. Thank you. So how is business going?
Thank God, my man, you know now.
So you said that Joseph Boakai government. So doing George Mano Weah, how was business with you?
Business was already know what to say. Well, this number no business, but to say one thing is that I'm playing.
Wow. So are you saying now it's better than Joseph Yuma Boakai time is higher than President Weah time?
Very, very hard. To prepare George Weah time, one George Weah again, that will come back.
So are you calling George Weah back? So if election is to be held, who will you vote for? George Weah?
Flip our vote for George Weah.
Wow. So if you have to grade the past regime and the current regime, how will you grade them?
The past regime, I will grade the past regime 80%, and this regime, I will grade this regime 50%.
Thank you so much. Your name again?
I'm Moses.
So like the regime of President Weah and now under Joseph Yuma Boakai, how can you compare business? How was it during President Weah time and now how it is during this administration of Joseph Yuma Boakai?
Well, the business sector now will find it difficult because of the US rate.
Okay, because of the US
yes rate. Because when the US go up, you find out people and to buy can be difficult. When the US rates come down, you can find the liberty plenty in the market, so everybody can buy. But for now, the US rate is high.
But what do you think is the cause of that?
Well, we can only blame the central government for that.
The government. So how is business with you currently?
The business is not going well now because in the government we're finding more difficulty.
So during George Mano Weah time, how was your business?
During George Mano Weah time, at least business are going on small while managing.
You're managing.
Yeah.
So now, if you have to compare the two governments, who are you grade as your first?
Yeah, I'll grade George.
To talk to Spoon because Spoon fool the people in the book of Boakai. Yes, you told me how you told people that have been having 45 years experience. And see what's going on here. See what's going on here.
What's going on here? You want to lock the camera?
It's very tough. Very tough.
When you say things are tough, what do you mean?
To get money, young man.
You want to lock the camera?
To get money. You see the time?
To get money high right now?
One. Yes. See the US rate. And the man with a 45 years experience, it's just a bluff. For nothing experience there. For nothing experience, Boakai brought you to the people here. You see? When you see all these police running behind you, taking your market, how people eat. Just my school coming open now. School just tell my school coming open. And I want for you to go and tell Boakai, you are from school, you tell Boakai, you should put your experience into use. Put your experience into use. We can see your experience. 45 years experience, my mom, Agriculturalists, you can see why men do white people.
But just finally, do you think the economic hardship you're talking about is the fault of the government, or is just the reality as per what's happening across the world?
If you get experience, come with experience. Come with experience. Come with experience. Now you have more for the 5 years experience. Guess what? On the dog, they get no experience. That's so nothing for the 5 experience.
Okay, thank you very much. Why any?
My name is Favor.
Okay, Favor. Okay, so what you will say to your government?
The country is so hard for us and our parents. We are not going to school. All the children we are sent for this time. My mother said 20 government to finish. It can be hard. My mother not afford for me to send me to school. So we want for the government to make everything so for us, for our mother to afford to send us to school.
You going to school?
No.
You're not going to school right now?
Yeah.
You said what's your name, Favor? So what kind of business is your man doing?
Kobo.
She's doing Kobo business. She's selling across there, all the way on the other side. Yeah. Your man don't like talking to Spoon TV right now.
No.
And you want the government to improve the country so things can get easier with your parents and so you can go to school.
Yeah.
No money in the country. The country very hard. Even before, I think Joey turns out better because we got 1 or 2. But so many new people getting power, the speaker shit, we are having 2 speakers. They add a future speaker and the real speaker. The real speaker just resign. But they put in our parliament, they get law for the country. They just seeking a set interest on the ways, on the committee, so they forget about the country. They do all type of stuff. Spoil the country image abroad. Can you imagine? You look at the capital building, catch your fire burning. What the men are fighting for power. Don't see what
but why do you think things are hard in the country? What do you think is responsible for the harsh economic situation? Is it the fault of the government, or is it the other aspect that has to do with the fact that hardship will always be around?
No, the government, for me, what I notice, the government not having contact.
Contact?
Yeah, the president, because if you look at the president cried up on University of Liberia or PSC, he got nobody outside that you know. Himself as a problem, he never exposed himself because he's a man, he's very savage. He never show himself to people. But for me, what I noticed, the president attended LU and got PSC degree, so he had no connection outside. One of the meetings. Then,
you think that's the reason why there's an economic hardship in the country?
And the justice system in the country not fair. So no one can look at them living money, bringing abroad, again invest because abroad law is very fragile. They don't respect the law.
When it comes to the business, things are not really improving because the economic system is very high. Money is not coming in. Okay. People are not doing business that before.
Okay.
Yeah.
People not doing business that before.
Yeah.
So money not coming in.
Yeah, money not coming in.
Okay, let's talk about the exchange rate, for example. What's the exchange rate right now?
The exchange rate gone to 200.
200?
Yeah.
When was the last time you changed money for 200?
Yeah, quite recently, like day before yesterday, I changed money for 200.
How is business with you?
Business is difficult right now.
Business is difficult?
Yeah.
What do you think is responsible for this? Do you think it's the fault of the government, or you think it's just the economic reality across the world? These things are happening.
I think it's the government because the government need to put mechanisms into place to make the economic condition better for the people. So I'll blame the government.
Okay. So you think the government is at fault?
Yeah.
What do you make of the economic situation in the country?
Everything is very hard. Just for to make level at all.
Wow.
I'm Willie Zoe.
Okay.
Chairman of Banana Island.
So how do you call this place? Banana Island?
Yeah, Banana Island.
So where does Banana Island start from?
It starts from right here.
From right here?
Yeah. So go that place. Yeah.
The entire Banana Island.
Yeah.
Why did you call this place Banana Island?
Because we surrounded by water. You see there? That water, yeah. So now you see the pool water coming from so, but it get come up here, so it's surrounded from the island.
Oh wow! Now, how is business with you?
As we are talking to you, business is hard. Business is hard. Doesn't collect. Thank God you reach on the street.
Now, you spoke about the economy being very tough. They're not really buying from you. What do you think? Is it the fault of the government, or is it just the economic reality? Is it something that's just happening across the world?
It's the fault of the government because it came from that 2 speakers when we're having in the country. When that 2 speakers situation on, we get 1 speaker, 1 samba. So the fault from the government.
Wow.
Sometimes I'm not allowed to use. Sometimes I'm 7 hours on the street before 1 customer can ask me for even $5 thing before one customer move from here. So now you go 3 hours before I talk to another customer. And when I used to happen like that before.
Wow.
For sure.
So you say things were better first, but it's not better
before, yeah.
When you came before, you used to make more money.
Sometimes 2 hours time in 70, 100 and laying banana. You don't want to go fast on a lay quiet corner to relax. That time I go, you don't pay thing about paying soup, but not now.
Wow.
Now the pay soup and I play. That's in cool.
All right. Thank you for talking to Spoon TV.
Thank you too.
Yeah.
How is business with you now?
On a serious note,
Are things getting better?
business is not okay. Business is not okay. I actually selling shirt.
Oh, so that's on the shirt in your hand.
Yes, that's my shirt. I carry this to one of my customers, but he said he complaining on money, but it's not easy.
So you brought the shirt back because your customer is not in the position.
Yeah, I had to bring the shirt back.
The economic situation in the country, do you think it's getting better?
For me, based on my own understanding, how I see things, especially we that are toward the street, the economic system is actually declining because people are complaining on a daily basis. No money, no money. When you come on the street, or even when you finish investing in your little business, you can't even get the money, or you have to get the money out of the goods because everybody is complaining no money, no money. So to me, the economic system is not improving; it's declining.
Do you think it's a fault of the government or it's just a reality?
No, for me, I would say that's the fault of the government because they had the power, they had the capacity to change things around. But I don't think they are using the reform procedure to see how best things can get okay.
What do you make of the economic situation in the country at the moment?
The economic situation is bad up because too many people are complaining, especially when it comes to people having, their daily bread on time and what have you. It's bad up, to be frank.
So
that people are not eating on time.
But what do you think? Is it the fault of the government or is it just the reality that, things are hard everywhere?
It is the fault of the government, and furthermore, we blame the president, for everything.
So how is business for you?
No, the business not really super because people actually come back for when I see them. Yeah, Tina really makes not 30 or 40 or $50. But this time when we come, we even sell 1 or 2%, it can be easy. Yeah, so we decide that the government will put it is a flood. And even for a year we selling and we're paying for the place.
You pay for this?
Yes, I pay $10 every year.
Who do you pay to?
I pay to the chair lady of this place. I pay $10 per table every year renting.
So like all the tables here?
It's paying $10. Yes.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 or 6 tables. 7 tables.
Yes.
Each table pays
$10 per year. So it means I rented we paying. And I never see it having any government before. Since I've been selling on the street, I never see having any government paying for sour. Paying $10 US per year.
When did you start paying the $10 per year?
For this, they Joseph Baga first years.
Wow.
$10 per year is about paying.
What do you,
not only for years, but all over around, you're paying $10 per year.
What do you think is responsible for the economic hardship? Is it the fault of the government or is it just the reality in the country?
No, that why I look at the government because the government not get nowhere to lobby for, so the only time they can suppress with the youth. Because you know how people in Liberia before for all to pay for sour.
Somebody say it's just been 1 year, 4 months.
Yes. Exactly. And
you think the government is failing just 1 year, 4 months?
Exactly. But we're not seeing nothing going on. They say when the crazy will be fine, you know from the east. And we're not seeing anything from the government.
All right. So, fellow Liberians, home and abroad, it's a privilege again for us to be on here. We want to use this time to welcome each and every one of you. And as usual, we want to say, do us a favor. And that favor we want you to do for us is to please hit for us the share button. Send us some good emojis so that our page cannot be taken down. So if you can send us some, hearts, we really appreciate it. If you can send us some thumbs up, we'll appreciate it. If you can share in the various chat rooms, we'll also really, really appreciate it because these things help to give the video a kind of positive impression. So I want to say thanks to all of you that have joined us. As always, it's a privilege for us to have you here. And we are also grateful to have with us our own brother, Frank Ogonganu Mulba. Brother Frank, welcome, sir. How are you?
Thank you, Prince. I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here again today.
Definitely. So how's everything? How's the Oma?
She's doing good. I think she up there. I'm down here in my basement.
Okay. Okay. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. So how's the weather today? How's the weather from your end?
The weather is cool. Very nice out there. I was even out when there's some few trash and I came back home.
Oh wow. Okay. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So basically we have a very cool weather today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a cool weather today. That's good. That's good to know. It's good to know. So I don't know. What do you have on your plate? Let's use the next 2 minutes so that you can just, for your intro, and then we can start
Oh
the
boy,
discussion.
what I have on my plate. I mean, it's just too much to the extent that
No,
I
no
I
problem.
don't really know what to put together. But what I have on my plate here, I think the first thing here, is about the the rescued government traveled to Japan,
Okay.
and then the report they came out with
Okay.
as to the benefit of Liberia, the trip they made.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I mean, we can discuss that. And then there was a video that I saw from the deputy information minister. I think they call him Wasando.
Yes.
Um, there was a report that he did, and it doesn't even call for a report. Where he was talking about the CDC supporter, or the CDC, the seditious went to a land that they were already, how they call it, a land that was invaded already, that was demolished, and they went there, and he's saying they were trespassing and those things. But I said to myself, the owner of the land did not complain. The owner of the land did not go back to the court and press charges against the people that were there. So why are you making report on it? So are you the mouthpiece for the owner of the land? That is not something to even make report on, that why they went there. And then, but he made some regular statement in there that, but we understand these are people that live with crisis, or that live through crisis. But when you look at the history of the CDC have not created any crisis, within the state. It is the United Party, or the political elite. When you look at their track record, they have lived on a crisis. And then he tried to describe, the CDC party as a party that don't respect law and those things. There's nothing wrong with going to a place that have been demolished, right? It is an empty land. So if they went there, because first of all, you did not put that there's no trespassing. You see, these people give report, right? And they have no, how do you call it, substance in their report. There is no sound that say there is no trespassing, right? They went there, and if they went there, and if the owner of the land have problem and went back to the court, then now you can come out to give report and say, look, the owner of the land went to the court and file in a petition, or file in a report that why CDC went to his land or to their land and those things. But you cannot beat the mouthpiece for this person. That was not an area that he's supposed to go to give information, but he just did it again to make CDC. In fact, it just proved that the demolition of the property was actually done by the government. And what happened here is these guys are so mad, they are so angry, because the way they thought that event should have gone, right? It did not go. So they are doing everything in every possible way that they can do to provoke, this political party to try to react. But the fact is that CDC have never reacted. CDC have never done anything by breaking that party headquarters down. So they went there, and so what? The landowner did not have any issue with it. Have the landowner gone back to the court? No. Have the landowner gone to the police stations to get report? No. So then why are you going on air using Liberian taxpayer money? to go on air.
Thank you.
And, you know,
Thank you.
talk about this. And there are a whole lot of things we can talk about, even when it comes to
Sure.
the drugs issue of firing, and, you know, or dismissing this, or how they call it, DA office or something. I don't know whether he's an officer, but the guy who came out to talk about the drugs from the executive branch all the way down whatsoever, and thing. We can also talk about that.
Sure. Sure. I'm sorry. All right. So I think it's fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. So, fellow Liberians, as usual, we ask that you kindly help us, hit for us the share button, uh, and then we're going to have a wonderful time here. We're going to have a real, real wonderful time. So today we'll be looking at a couple of things. We're going to be looking at the actions of Mr. Boakai to intimidate, threaten, and create a hostile environment for whistleblowers in Liberia, something which we think is definitely going to have a negative effect on not Joseph Newman Boakai. And this is something that is very important because it's attached to our nation's stability. It attached to the peace and security, not only of Liberia, but our region. You see, when we talk about the issue of drugs, our stand or our, posture is not based on any political inducement. It's not based on any political motive. I am a parent of 5 girls. 5. My children are in Liberia going to school. When I sit, I think about the consequences of drugs in our society and how our children are affected on a daily basis by this terrible substance. The effect of drugs knows no family, whether rich, poor, tall, short, educated or uneducated, eloquent or illiterate. The issue of drugs knows no boundary. People who sell these drugs, they do not label on the drugs that this drugs is only sold to rich people children or to poor people children or to people who are eloquent enough or to students or to people in the church. When they are distributing these drugs out there, they don't have age value rating on it. For example, here in the United States that we live in, right? To buy cigarette. Just, I'm not talking about weed, I say cigarette. You have to present your ID card to the store. You must be above 18. I think depending on the state or so, but you must be above 18. You must be above 18. I think in some areas 21 or so. I think it varies. I think so. It varies. But even at that, the children can still get hold of these things. They still get hold of it. So look at Liberia, where we do not even have a system in place. A place where any booker can go anywhere, put some kind of makeshift structure there and say that he's sharp. And before you go look, he starts selling dangerous substances to our children. When I said my people are worried on a daily basis, not for me, but for my children. You know why? The children can even be living in a 12-story building with fence around it, or even get security behind them. But you can never, ever detect when they will be a victim of this issue of drugs. When you listen to the story of some of the victims, I mean these young people, when you hear their story, you shed tears. Some of them will tell you, we are from a very good family. Very good family. Some of them will tell you, we finished school. We were A on our top, on our what? On our list. On our listing. Our friends used to admire us. The community used to admire us. And they are on the street today. So those of us that have our children, family members in Liberia, we worried on a daily basis about this thing. Because the thing is, when you look at the ratio of those who are involved in the issue of drugs, it is not the older folks. Somebody who is 50, 55, 60. No. Look at the population of those drugs addicts or disadvantaged people on the street. You see them in their ages 19, 20, 21, 25, 30, etc. 40 coming down. It is surprising to me to see a government that campaign and make this issue of drugs number one on their agenda to be taking such an action. You know, when the deputy LDEA director said that people from the executive were involved in the issue of drugs trading, people from the judiciary branch was involved in the issue of drugs, people from the legislative branch of government was involved with the issue of drugs. For some of us, it wasn't strange to us. No, it was never strange. It wasn't at all. It was very simple why it wasn't strange. It was very simple. Because from day one, we told Liberians that Mr. Boakai is somebody who have only come to focus on himself and not on the Liberian people. And not on the Liberian people. Just a minute, please. My brother, just take over from me. Let me attend to this door.
Yeah, brother Prince, exactly. Like, I mean, and folks, you see, these are some of the things that we knew that was going to happen. And by the way, let me say this, right? We know from other platforms like Spoon TV, State on Water Spoon, that have put up in this problem that we are in today, right? Don't get it twisted when you see them trying to deviate a little bit, right? And trying to talk about some issues and things. These are already things that we have flagged. So they are saying nothing that we did not see, and we told you people not to vote for, how to call it, Boakai or the UP party, right? We told you people, but these are people that insulted us, right? They said we knew nothing about governance, about government, all right? We were dull, just like the political party or the leader of the political party we support. Now, they are the one speaking on Spoon TV, telling us what we said about Boakai was right. What we said about the so-called educator elite, right? We were right. They are the one now speaking for us, but listen, folks, they are not saying the truth because these are things that we said that was going to happen. And now they are just repeating what we said. They are just repeating our dream, right? What we saw, our vision. That is what they are repeating. Things that we have said in the past, that is what they are repeating. They are not even people to listen. But let me leave Prince. I will dive into it. Let Prince.
Sure, thank you. So, fellow Liberians, the LDEA deputy boss went to Mika, the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism. You know, God has a way for fighting for his people. Thank you. God has a way of exposing evil and fighting for his own. He has a way. Sometimes, as the people can say, God works in a mysterious way. He works in a mysterious way. From day one, we told the Liberian people that this government is not serious in fighting the issue of drugs. Every approach by this government to fight drugs is cosmetic. Very cosmetic. They are not serious. They are using the pain and the suffering of the Liberian people to benefit, to enrich themselves. That's what we said. So the deputy LDEA boss went to MICA, the Ministry of Information. That is the arm of government that is responsible to disseminate government information. The arm of government that is responsible to tell the world on what the government is doing, what is happening in the country, and etc. That is the Ministry of Information. Now, to see this particular director reaching at the level of the Ministry of Information, Culture, and Tourism is an indication that this man, from all indication, has been suppressed by the system. He has been suppressed. He knew the consequences of his action. He knew that there were going to be repercussions. But you know what? I want to believe that this man looked at his grandchildren. He looked at the nation that he will be leaving behind and said, no, I got to speak out. I don't want for blood to be on my hands. I don't want for my name, when it is mentioned tomorrow, that people will suck their teeth. So I will spill the beans. I will put it out there. I will no longer hold it. And listening to what this man said is scaring, right? It's scary. But today we are seeing the reality. So let's listen to what he is saying. Let's listen to what he's saying. It's scary, but that's the reality.
You can't be consuming drugs and you want to go fight somebody to stop. So that is just about it. You know, we don't consider it. I mean, we don't have consideration for people that like that. So these are our focus.
Look there. Listen.
Okay. And also, you talk about being high ups involved in distributing drugs and whatsoever. The issue of drugs, there's nobody that I know.
He did not dismiss that fact. You hear? The thing that we can say here, basically, he was responding to us. When we told you people yesterday and continue to tell you that the issue of drugs, these people, they are not destroying. Y'all go sit down there. You're not allowed people to deceive you. When these people take the drugs, these big people, they take the drugs and redistribute the drugs in those various communities. The people, they get sellers for them. They get sellers. These people are LDA. And Joseph Newman Boakai just proved us right. These guys are LDA. Look, they think it's lucrative. It takes the grace of God. It takes somebody with moral to resist these things. Do you know what it means? Nobody at the LDEA there making $3,000 a month. I don't want to believe so. Nobody. Imagine you getting a drugs that worth about 150,000 United States dollars. Especially in a Liberia where our system is so polluted that people are not even checking on people. That the government action is sufficient enough to make you to want to do something that you don't want to do if you don't have moral. You think what people will do? So the LDEA boss did not dismiss the fact that people are selling drugs, higher ups of LDEA. No, listen. I don't want you to believe it. Just listen.
Drugs, there's nobody that I know as far as a leader for the agency that is that is trafficking drugs, because that is the fight that we are doing. We start putting ourselves. Whatsoever that we put out there must be example. So the issue of accusing people on this drug thing, there's a reason for that. Because even in the society, from all sectors, I would say openly here, from the executive.
Yeah. He taking his own time. So let's take our own time and listen. He did not exonerate his people. from the issue of drugs. But he is naming, he is further indicting people. Right there, he was blowing whistle on behalf of the Liberian people. What was he doing? He was explaining, yes, there are people in our cycle that are having or that are dealing with these drugs. But let's go up. Let's go up. Let's spill the beans. Let's call the name of everybody. Let's say it out there. And then he started and listening to what he's saying.
From the executive, the first person government,
Yeah. From the executive
and to the judiciary.
to the judiciary. The people who are supposed to be, look, they're scaring, interpreting the law, ensuring that the law is adequately interpreted and protected. The custodian of the interpretation of the law, he went to them. That it is not only the executive that is involved, the judiciary, they are also involved. So basically, we can now say to you, we can tell you that there are some judges or there are some lawyers or some magistrates that also get people dealing for them. Don't believe what I'm saying. According to what the LD, this whistleblower is saying, Deputy LD, a boss. According to what he's saying. Now me, that he the one talking.
You go in the sector, you find somebody involved with drugs.
Yeah. And he even went down, he said, even to the legislator, you go in the cycle. In the cycle. The legislative branch of government, you go in the cycle. So you just run it up. You go in that cycle, you will see people that are dealing with drugs. This is a serious whistleblower that the government should have protected. This is a serious whistleblower that the government should have worked with because he showed his openness to expose what is happening in the system. These are people that you want to protect and you want to use the information that they have to ensure that you fight people who are engaged with this. These are people that you want to protect. You want to build your own knowledge around them so that they can help you to expose people. Even in the security forces, they have these canaver dogs. I mean, human can also be, okay, let's refer to it as, intelligence agency or reporter or agents. In every security sector in every country, there are people who are not your normal police. They deal with, example, the people on the streets to get information. In other sector, they will call them informants. They get informants all over. Some of these informants are the ones who actually bring the information to track down those serious crime committers in our community or these serious lawbreakers. Because some of them, they do not work with the police directly, but they are informants who give information. And the police protect them. The police gave them that protection. They have some leverage. The police work along with them to clean our environment of violence and etc. etc. So for the fact that this man who is working in government is saying that, look, every sector of the government is infested with these drugs dealers. From all indication, the government is supposed to work with this man to ensure that he can be able to give more information. But guess what? Because Mr. Boakai is not somebody who is serious on the issue of drugs, because Mr. Boakai is somebody who does not mean what he says, and this man is a crook. This Boakai man does not give a hang about Liberia. All he cares about is himself and his children, because his sons are involved into the dealings of drugs. Guess what? He said, you're going. We're firing all of you. Now, before my brother come in, I'm going to play a clip. You can even hear from this particular. Let me play this clip.
So let me answer on the phone. All right, let me go to the office. I'll call you right back. Do not cut that phone off. Go there now.
This is a commander whose daughter, who know very well that her daughter is in a relationship with someone who is selling drugs. But I can tell you for sure, that person who is selling the drugs is selling for that particular commander that they call, how you call Augustus Okan Payne, was selling for this guy, for this commander. That person was not selling for himself, because when you follow the transaction, do you know that that guy was brave enough to allow people to beat an AFL soldier and took away his bike? Why do you think he would be brave? Look, one thing I can say about us Liberians, look, with all the things that we can do, but Liberians are not people who are very brave to do kind of real evil. But when you see such a person behaving the way they are behaving, it means they have connections of big people. So this particular fellow is selling for him, and his daughter is loving to this guy. Look, the thing is a chin. Don't be surprised. That's how it looking like. Don't be surprised. So listening to this conversation, somebody who is fighting drugs, the information reach you, your daughter is, she was caught, blah, blah, blah. Listening to this.
Take your phone to her. Me ask on the phone. Take your phone to her right now. All right, let me go to the office. I'll call you right back. Do not cut that phone off. Go there now. I live in Jason. I'm going at you. No, you're not Jason. I'm hearing them. Keep your phone on. I'm on my way going there. Go in there and leave the phone on. If you're texting, I'm not wearing a uniform. Your commander call you. I'm calling. Then you beat on my daughter? No, she never be on. Yeah, don't pull that girl to touch you when the time is. Papa won't talk to you.
Hello, Daddy.
Champion, they beat on you over there?
Yeah.
They beat on you?
Yeah, they beat me with ratting.
They still beating you with ratting?
They still beating me, ma. They beat me with ratting.
When they beat you? I won't beat you.
I want one morning, not too long.
I can't enter in chief.
Officer,
how you addressing me just now? When you call me, I'm on my way coming to the office. No, my question to you here, how she addressing me right now? What she said? She said somebody beat her with ratting. No, she said hello, daddy. You know what she said? Yeah, but let me see who do that, and chief, I'll call you right back. You are just entering. You're taking off for in she's selling drugs, she was smoking drugs. Or she was found in the ghetto? Yeah, chief, she was in a house with a man. In a few round. They were cutting when we got there. But
when they talk about cutting, let me just educate you. They were wrapping the drugs to sell it, because usually they will wrap it in smaller, packages to sell it. It comes in whole, and then they will cut it and put it in small, packages to sell it. So what she was doing, according to this particular officer now, she was helping them to, to package it. Let's go ahead. So when they say, they were cutting, that's what it means.
Sorry for me saying it. She was born naked there. For the guy had a drug that was tying the market. He put up resistance and fought the officer and took 2 bags from her. One guy said was coming when he saw the man attacking her. I had to join the
yeah. So this guy was brave enough. His daughter was there while they were cutting, and he decided that he would fight the DA officer, even jump on an AFL officer, beat on the AFL officer, and took the AFL officer back away. Hello. Let's listen to this.
Took the man back on him. That guy is my daughter. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. So he does not care about all that. Well, let's go ahead.
She's my daughter. Your reason right now to her sister, let me bring her home. What? You heard what I said? Yeah, and Chief, 1 minute, let me talk to you, sir. Yeah, what you want to say? Chief, they talk 2 hours my bravo. That's something y'all can get later on. Y'all got people when I say, release my daughter.
You see, so the drugs dealer, or that particular fellow who was selling the drugs, he took 2 of the DEA bike. Can you imagine? Look, this guy is well connected. This guy is connected. Even the officer is telling this commander, that is Augusta Okampe, that the man took 2 of our motorbike. 2 of our motorbike. They beat us, the man took it. He said, I don't want to know about that. But let's listen to this clip. It's almost about it.
Hello. Hello. Yes, sir. Hello. Yes, sir. Release her to her sister and bring her home now to me.
See that?
But she's a Bible issue. No, listen to me. You better don't make me get first,
Wow.
I said release her to.
Imagine a logistic that we pay for, the Liberian people pay for. Their drugs dealer beat them, took away their bike, and this guy is saying, boss man, our motorbike, the Mark Bravo. The message they don't make me verse, eh? So he does not even care. But let's listen.
Now. I want to drive the carriage right now. Consider it done, Chief. The man who you arrested with the truck, I said, release my daughter now.
Chief, the man escaped.
Look, you know what I mean?
No.
So you cannot release my daughter? What you saying?
Chief, somebody can guarantee her. People here. Let me do my own piece of job to guarantee her, Chief.
Oh, you talking on the phone, I should give you my wait, I come to the carriage right away from me. Wait. You understand what happened? I say, hey. I'm driving the carriage right now. I don't want to fucking see you. I don't want to fucking see you in that DA building when I get there. I don't want to fucking see you in DA building when I get there right now. And all of you, then you tell me I'm doing my job. Can you tell me to do your job?
No.
You talk to me on the phone?
The people here guarantee her. That will do a guarantee. No, can't just get
you telling me I should give you a chance to do your job? I mean, you spoke to her on the phone right now?
I said the people can guarantee her. The people already here. So that will do it.
Okay, let me say something so you can understand.
Yes, sir.
Uriah is the one who sent your telephone number to me. I want to see you in my office tomorrow morning. You telling me to give you a chance to do your job?
No, I
don't. And what you just told me, you might ask Marshall people what happened. Are you ordering me to give you a chance to do your job?
Chief, I said the problem here, the get family here.
My brother Frank, you hear this particular clip. It's over to you, sir.
You know, Brother Prince, what I saw, what I heard in this video, it just showed that Liberia is lawless, lawless. And, there's no government. Everyone in the country are doing their own thing. There's no government. There is no system, right? Just from judging or looking at this video, this officer is even saying, let me do my job. This is my office. But on the other hand, his boss is telling him, I am telling you to release my daughter, and you telling me this is your office, this is your job. You know who you're talking to. And he's there on the other hand, intimidating the officer from doing his job, telling this officer, this person gave me your number. In fact, you have to meet me to my office tomorrow. So that means you are fired just for doing the right thing. You are fired tomorrow when you meet me in my office, just because you want to do the right thing. And let me go further up, into this before I even get to the whistleblower. You see what went on in this video? It is so sad. It is so frustrating, right? To hear an officer saying that you should arrest the person who was dealing the drugs and leave my daughter. But to this officer, since when in Liberia, under your government, under your so-called rescue government, since when have you arrested someone from actually doing the thing that you saw them doing it? Because the last time we checked, you have always arrested people on the street who have done nothing, absolutely nothing. You have arrested people who are just passing, doing their normal thing and doing their business. But just because you were at a location for certain things and you saw people passing in that direction, you arrested them and put them in police vehicles. And you took them to the stations and you asked people to come and bail them out before they could be released or before you could release them. But here it is. Now it is your own offspring that was at a scene and listening to this, that he was not even willing to listen to. Your daughter, they said, she was at the scene and cutting, like Prince said. Cutting just simply means cutting it into pieces and packaging it, right? And then put it on the market for sale. Now, your daughter was at the scene, also partaking. They said your daughter was at the scene, also cutting. And not only that, why was your daughter naked, butt naked, no clothes at the scene? Don't you think your daughter also was high already? Don't you think your daughter have taken up particular drugs already? She was not even to her senses. She was high already. So she exposed herself. She exposed her body by taking off her clothes, because under those circumstances, a normal human being will just naked herself, will just take her clothes off, and more men, and you naked in our place. She was already high. Are you not looking at this? So your daughter was also in a cell that you yourself, you arrested other people's children. So are you telling me your children or your child or your daughter is more valuable, is more important, life is more important than the other children, the other people who had their children in there? Some of them were in there unlawfully. They were not even caught to drugs. But again, because you went to raid a community and you saw an innocent child, you saw an innocent girl, an innocent boy that was at the scene, you caught them and you put them in jail. But your daughter was caught on the scene, butt naked, selling herself to those men in there, smoking and taking the drugs with them. And they arrested her. Instead of you telling the officer, do your job right and let her stay there, I will come and bail her out lawfully. Now, it is this government that loves to say the law is the law. The law is the law. The citizens have to go by the law. But now, this is the same government, one of their officers, to whom his daughter have been caught in an act, and his daughter need to go through the rightful procedure in order to be released. But he's threatening as an officer who want to do his job rightfully. And it is saying, listen, when she called, when she talked to me, what did she say? Now, he expected the police officer to say, oh, she said, daddy. All right, that's why he kept saying no. What did she say when she talked to me, when she spoke with me? She said, daddy. So, daddy, and so what? Because she said, daddy, that you get the audacity to free her because she said, daddy. That means she's now free to go because her daddy is my boss, that I have to listen to my boss. In this sense, since the rule is the rule or the law is the law, I don't have to listen to my boss. I listen to the law. Since the law is the law, I don't listen to anybody. I listen to the law because the law is the law and the law applies to everybody. The law does not only apply to the man who does not have an authority. The law does not only apply to the child whose parent cannot afford to say, listen, come to my office tomorrow. Why can't you release my daughter? You should release her right now. The law does apply to everybody because everybody are honor the law. Everybody are being governed and controlled by the law. So are you telling me that your parents don't have money? Are you telling me that your parents are not connected? Then the law applies to you. But if you have connection, the law does not apply to you. The Constitution does not apply to you. What kind of state are we living in? What kind of nation are we living in? You see, now I'm convinced when Boakai said, we are coming to rescue. Listen, folks. You see, these were the same thing that we were sad when we lost the election or when we gave out the election to the so-called rescue government. And we were sad, all right? We were frustrated. And they said, you guys lost the election, that's why you're sad. You guys lost the election, that's why you are frustrated. No, we were not frustrated because we wouldn't give out the election, we wouldn't give out the presidency to this government. We were sad because we knew these were the things that was coming to happen to ordinary Liberians. We knew these were the things that Liberians were coming to go through. We knew the hardship that Liberians were coming to face. We knew the law was not going to apply to the common man. We knew the law was not going to apply to the elite and those who have a position, those who have offices in higher places. We knew those were the people the law was going to protect, but the law was never going to protect the ordinary citizens, the people that are selling in the market, the people that are hustling for their daily bread, the people that are saying, you know what, let me go and do my hustle because this government does not care for me. We knew the law was never ever going to protect people who speak the truth. We knew the government was not going to be on their side. And these are the things that we were side for, because we knew this government was going to ignore the suffering, the demise of the Liberian people. We knew this government was going to sit on national television, and then say everything is okay in the country. People are now moving freely. Our businesses are booming, and market women are not going. In fact, children are in schools. We knew these are the things that was going to happen, but meanwhile, they were never going to happen. We knew this government was going to say, now education is free, but meanwhile, education is not free. We knew these people are going to come and say, no child are on the street now. Children are not on the street. In fact, children are not on the street selling. We knew these are the things that they were coming to say. And that's what we told people. Do not vote for this government, because this government is a government of experience of corruption. This government is a government of experience of failure. This government is a government of experience of demise. This government is a government of experience of hardship, frustrations. All right. We knew these are the things that was going to happen. Now, what baffles me here is, how can the government tell its citizens to fast and pray? I thought you told your citizens to fast and pray so that the Almighty God can speak to someone, so that the Almighty God can pass through someone to come and speak the truth. And now the citizens went on their knees, they prayed, they fast, and someone within the system came out and said, Mr. President, if you want to fight the issues of drugs in this country, our prayer have been answered. Your fast have been answered. The people of the Republic of Liberia that you told to fast and pray, their prayer have been answered. And today, the Lord is speaking through me. Okay? Because if we want to fight the issue of drugs, we cannot go and intimidate the people on the street who are selling it, all right, for their daily bread. We cannot intimidate those people. The people to whom we need to intimidate, the people to whom we need to go after, because this man said, I am speaking because the Liberian people fast and pray as he told them. All right. So the issues of drugs, proliferation of drugs in this country, it is from the higher seat, it is from the executive, it is from the legislature, it is from the judiciary, it is from the court, the same law that they are saying the law is the law. It is coming from these people. It is coming from your cabinet. It is coming from your advisor. So these are the people we need to look at. We need to question. We need to ask, because the law is speaking through me through the fast and prayer of your people. Mr. President, you did the right thing to say we should go on our knees and pray. Now, Mr. President, your prayer have been answered. And someone in your government has spoken about where the drugs is coming from and said, if we are to tackle the issue of drugs, these are the places we need to question, we need to investigate. But Mr. President, what did he do? You saw a man who said to you, these are the places the drugs are coming from. But Mr. President, if indeed this man prophecy or this man that the Lord spoke to, if indeed you are not, or you are not part, all right, of the drugs issue from the executive branch, from the higher office, if you are not part, what you should have done was call this man behind closed door, because you want to know where drugs are coming from, where the drugs are being, how they call it, passed, who are the people bringing the drugs, whether from the port, whether from the airport, all right, who are the people bringing it? This is the time you should have called this man behind closed door, behind camera, and investigate him and ask him. But you did not do it. You did not do it because you yourself, you are involved. Oh, folks, didn't we see the last time when this man, this president, his child was caught? His child was caught as a drug, how they call it, drugs trafficker, and they let him go. They free him. So that's why Mr. President of Boakai did not take this matter serious, because he himself, his government, his cabinet, they are involved in the proliferation of drugs. They are involved in bringing drugs into the country, because this president does not love the citizen, does not love the people, as he said he was coming to rescue them. You cannot rescue people and then you got into power, and then the proliferation of drugs in the country and eating past miles to the extent on a daily basis 4 or 5 people have to die, and you are seeing this dead body. You are seeing the circumstances, the issue that the people are going through, and you are telling all things are normal in the country, things are fine, and people are doing by their normal business. Goods are going, economy is flowing, people are doing the right thing. So, by the people taking in drugs, by the people taking in kush, by the people taking all these substances, it means things are fine when you are looking, because this is what's going to happen, folks. Boakai is simply trying to tell us, before the end of his 6 years, the 5 million plus Liberian, we will be either 4 million and not 5 million plus, because the population going to depreciate, the population going to be less, and this is what this government came into power for, and these are the things that we were frustrated for when President Weah gave this election out. We were frustrated, we were downhearted, because we knew what was going to happen. And since this government came into power, Brother Prince, I watched a video today. Imagine, it is raining. It is raining. And this government went in a community and start putting people things outside to evacuate them, to take them in their own horses, for God's sakes. And they're putting their clothes. Where would these people go? Is this how you rescue people? An entire community. They put their stuff outside their clothes while it is raining. And these people standing there, they can do nothing. It was frustrating when I saw it. I was downhearted. But again, Liberian, you know, sometimes you need to look at the track record. You need to look at the history of people before you can invest in them. You know, the last time somebody was telling me, right? And they gave me this parable. And one Nigerian boy, we were sitting there, we were having a conversation. And he said, Frank, and that's why I love Nigerian. He said, Frank, if you have bricks that are used to build house, you don't have house, why should you take your bricks and give it to another person to build their house when you do not have house, when you know the importance of the house? And he said to me, listen, friends, we Nigerian, we love people, but we put us first. So if I have bricks and I know the importance of the house or house, what I do, I first build my house before I think about giving the leftover to another person to build their house. Now, what that means when it comes to this politics, Liberian, you look at the track record of Boakai, you look at the history of Boakai, somebody that is already in their 90. What did Boakai do in Liberia that manifested? What did he do in Liberia, all right, that have great impact on Liberian? These are the things that you should have, how they call it, investigate, all right, and then before putting your life into this, because what you did, you did not just give vote to Boakai, but you invested yourself, your life, your future, your children's future, the next generation. You invested their life in Boakai for Boakai to come to build horses in Foya, to build horses around town, Moravia, to buy $1.2 million car, all right, to put money in the banks of his children, his grandchildren. That is what you did for Boakai, and that is what you did. You did not invest, you did not build your house, but you took your bricks and you gave it to Boakai for Boakai to build his house that he did not build until he became 90. Then you took your bricks, you gave it to him to go build his house, all right, and those houses that he's building, he's not going to live in it. He's already in his 90s. He's building it for his children. Why did you give your bricks to Boakai to build horses for his children? Now he's putting you outside. He's breaking your Ranzing house. He's breaking your little Motomos house, breaking it down and say it is people land. Honor and reign. Where will you go? Where are you going? Think twice. Be wise. And I give it to you, Brother Prince.
My brother, thank you. Thank you so much. You couldn't have said it better. You know, we told the Liberian people that Mr. Boakai was coming to destroy the country. And most people did not believe. You listen to the clip yourself and you hear for yourself. Let me tell you the reason why this particular DEA officer is brave to call another DEA officer and say, immediately release my daughter. I will tell you why. When you are a leader, that's why we say leaders must set good example. Leaders are not angels. Leaders are not supernatural beings. But we demand the highest level. The very highest level of transparency, of good moral, and good example from you as a leader. Because the honor men who follow you are looking at your actions. That's why when you read the Bible even talk about a leader. That before you can be a leader in the church, you must be a man of good moral, a man of good character. Never listen to somebody who will say, do what I say, but don't do what I do. A person, you ready? If your life cannot be an example to me, no need for me to follow behind you. I can't follow behind you. I will go look for the person who is practicing the good that they are preaching. Don't follow that person. The reason why this man is brave enough to tell this commander, say, get the phone, go to my daughter, release my daughter, is because he is aware that Joseph Numa Boakai's son is involved in this particular dealing. And Joseph Numa Boakai is doing nothing. You think these people, they are not in the system? They are in the system. This was not just an ordinary person. He was a commander that was calling another honor man and demanding this honor man, come on, go and go do what I want you to do. Because this may have realized that there are people in the government who are doing worse, who are bringing in drugs, who are distributing the drugs. Government know them, these people know them, and they are not taking action against them, but going, like you said, to the common people. You see that, my people? Look, we must fight drugs from every angle. But guess what? That is the Liberia that we're in. They know the people who are bringing it. They are dealing with the people who are bringing it. The people who are bringing it are using their vehicles around the place to transport these drugs. So the commander is angry. When you listen to that man too, look, when you hear his tone, you see the anger. He is not just angry because it is his daughter. Those of us who are psychologists read beyond the mind, the ordinary. He is not just speaking because he is speaking, his daughter is there. When you listen to that man too, he's angry because he's telling the man, you, these people, you all know the people who are really bringing in these drugs. You all know the actual people who are damaging the society. You ain't going to them. That my daughter and her boyfriend who's selling just small parcel that didn't want you running behind. When you listening to that man speaking, what he was saying, he was sending a message that we know that there are bigger hands behind this. There are people who are bringing in the drugs. They are using their executive card. They are using their plates. They are using their representative plates, their senator plates. They are using these different vehicles to bring in these drugs. You're going behind them. You're going to my daughter who you say she was passing. She was helping to sell. You're going behind the man where just selling for other people to get a living. That's what that commander was saying. And you know what? It is dangerous for our society because when you, like I gave the example of the leader, when you, the leader, your children are doing the same. Your hands are tied, especially when you can't take action. There is a man in the Bible. There's a man in the Bible. I think it was Samuel or so, or out of Samuel, or I will get the story. I will get the story. But this man, he was a man of God, taking care of the temple. I think it's Samuel or so, something like that. But guess what happened? When the people bring the sacrifices to the temple to sacrifice, his sons will take the best one and eat it. They will even go as far as sleeping with the people who come to the temple to come make sacrifices. His children were living a life that was completely wayward. And bringing disgrace to him as a father. They were bringing disgrace to him as a father. So because of that, people start to question him. They start to question him. They start to get angry with him. And God dealt with him because of what his children were doing. So they know very well that Mr. Boakai and his cronies and his gangsters are involved in this, and no action is taken. So why would you want to? It happened to everybody. My brother Frank, me and you my commander. You can carry me somewhere to go do clandestine act. I will feel comfortable to do it too. You got the end of the day when you want me, I was saying, I beg you, don't be nothing to me. Don't have to say you too perfect here. I beg you. The last time I didn't want to help you to carry on your clandestine act. So don't bring it to me. So you see that the people around you will be free to even commit the same act because they know you are involved with it. So then got time. Look at what happened. It's an indication that our system is rotting. And when you listen to Commander Sua, he said it. He said this thing is a lucrative business. They get money inside. One drugs dealer is able to look at you and give you almost about $6,000. And I will shock you with this. I'm not bringing this information because I want to bring this information. But listening to what Joseph Numa Boakai told the people.
You know, they done.
With this issue of drugs and everything going on, Joseph Numa Boakai was brave enough, my brother Frank, you said it, to tell his cabinet that the country already, everybody enjoying, everything fine, the country is okay. Can you imagine how wicked this man is? I don't want you to believe me. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to listen to him yourself. I don't want you to believe me. Listen to him yourself. Listen to Joseph Numa Boakai telling his cabinet, in the midst of drugs taking over our country. Hear what Joseph Numa Boakai is saying. He said the country alright, everything fine. The people are enjoying. Don't believe me? Let's play this clip. I'm going to keep quiet and you listening to Joseph Numa Boakai addressing his people. I thought the issue of drugs should be paramount on his agenda. That look, I call you here so we can sit down to talk about this issue of drugs. It's taking over our society. Our children are dying. But Joseph Numa Boakai called these people and say everything is fine. Everybody enjoying now. People, when I used to get money, they're getting money. Don't believe me. Let's play this clip. You watch it for yourself.
It's good to people who are familiar with the crime. You know, they themselves, they used to play with their own monies, and this time around, things are working very well. People are happy, going to the Hajj, and we just want to thank all of you for your cooperation and the extra work you're doing to make things happen for the country. For now, those are my remarks. The other day we went to the HIV/AIDS program. You know, things are working very well. People are happy this time around. Things are working very well. People are happy going to the Hajj. This time around, things are working very well. People are happy going to the Hajj. This time around, things are working very well. People are happy going to the Hajj. And we just want to thank all of you for.
You hear the president of our country? When drugs is taking over and destroying our children, you hear the report of the president. This time everything is fine. People are happy. And you're yay. And you're yay. No, when we say it, that this man is evil, is wicked, some of you say, oh, we hate Boakai. Oh, we CDC people. Oh, we this people, we that people. The issue of drugs is beyond party. It's beyond party. Those of us that have our children back home, we are worried. You listen to the president. We tell you that Boakai has no agenda to be able to help the people. Listen to Joseph Numa Boakai. That is supposed to be calling a serious meeting and saying to his cabinet ministers that there is a need for us to work vigorously to ensure that all of us work against the issue of drugs. But Joseph Numa Boakai is telling his official that everything is all right in the country now. People are happy. Are we happy? I'll play you clips here. Are Liberians happy? When their children are being threatened by these deadly drugs in our country, when every morning we wake up and there is another precious life that is lost, then you say the people happy? When we wake up, we don't even know how we're going to start our day, but you say the people happy? You see how evil this man is? You see how wicked Joseph Numa Boakai is? When we tell you now, you will get
So
to believe it.
cooperation
Listen
and
to him. Let me play
extra
this
work
again.
together with the parent. You know, they themselves, they used to play with their own monies, and this time around, things are working very well. People are happy, going to the Hajj, and we just want to thank all of you for monies, and this time around, things are working very well.
You hear him?
People are happy, going to this time around, things are working very well. People are happy, going to the Hajj.
You hear Joseph Numa Boakai? That's his report to the people of Liberia. That is his report to the world. People are happy. People are enjoying. Things are working in the country. People are getting money. People they are going about doing their own. They find that Joseph Numa Boakai speaking. That is Mr. Boakai speaking. That's Mr. Boakai speaking. A man who is supposed to be there to sincerely talk to his cabinet minister that we got to work in a collaborative effort collectively to ensure that we fight this issue of drugs. Where can you get time? He said, now everybody happy, the country is moving, everybody fine. My people, yourself, let me ask you, are people happy in Liberia? Are things in the right direction? Liberia is in a total chaos and a complete mess. A total chaos and a complete mess. That's what we are experiencing as Liberians. That's what we are experiencing. In a complete mess. You see what we are experiencing? Go on, go sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Oh, sorry, my people. So you see what we are experiencing? We are in a complete mess. While our children are dying on a daily basis, while drugs is taking over, the schools, children are not going to schools. Our children are busting rack to live. Joseph Numa Boakai is telling us everything is fine in Liberia. Everything is okay. Why do you think that commander will not call? Now Joseph Numa Boakai is now fighting the people who are whistleblowers. And what Joseph Numa Boakai is doing is not just fighting whistleblower or trying to exterminate whistleblower. This is to tell you that it's a breakdown in our system. There is a breakdown in our system. That's why these things are happening. Joseph Numa Boakai get time for the law. The law is Joseph Numa Boakai for him. Whatever he says, that is it. It become final. That law and gospel. What he wants to happen is what will happen. What he don't want to happen, it will not happen. We saw what happened with the fire incident. Joseph Numa Boakai said there are people who he consider hooligans that burn the building. Before we go low, Gregory Kumo go take all of the call law. Some of the call that we've been calling our people and all some of who been calling our people on direct. All the call law, pack it in one bag and carry it to the court. You see stupidity? When we tell you that these people don't have an agenda to rescue Liberia, some of you think we're lying, but now we are seeing it. We are now seeing it. This issue of drugs, we cannot stop talking about it because every one of us are potential victims, especially those of us who are Liberians and have family back home. We are potential victims of these people. The people who are bringing it are the higher ups. Look, for example, the airport is seriously compromised. Seriously compromised. To the extent that those guys that are assigned at the airport, they say, my man, they think what you're doing here. So they men can come with a BB car, a wow car. They will take some people low and put it in the car, and the men will drive away. They don't even allow security to even come near the car. That's the first thing. Security don't come near it. These representatives, these people who are bringing the drugs, they will call the representative and call them and say, oh, gee, I'll be learning Liberia, so and so time. Come to the airport and pick me up. These representatives and senators are using their vehicles. They are passing, putting drugs in these vehicles, and guess what? They are riding with these drugs at the back of their vehicle. And these guys are going. They are going. Joseph Numa Boakai is telling her everything as well. Gregory Como is one person that is seriously benefiting. Look, let me put this thing up. A friend of mine, a colleague of mine who is in the police, was able to flag this out to me and say, Prince, it doesn't matter whether people listening or people don't listen, at least we'll be on record that we play our part and we do what we're supposed to do. Let me see if I can just bear with me. Let me see if I can enlarge in this. I want to enlarge in it, but I want to try to enlarge in it. Okay, just wait. Let me see. Okay, let me enlarge in this so you can see it for yourself. Look at this. This particular communication here on this side of the place here. This was a whistleblower in the Liberian National Police, but this information has already been sent to our international partners. I can tell you, we did a comprehensive report on it and sent to the international partner. The guy said that for the records that they have at the Liberian National Police headquarters, the owners of 25 clubs in Liberia, 47 ghettos, and 39 local motel in Monrovia and surrounding area are making payment to the police RG every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, they are making payment to the Liberian National Police, to Gregory Como. I was even surprised one other guy who is a friend to Gregory Como came under this post and say, but in our batting, the people are supposed to pay here. I don't want you to believe it. I will show you the comment. I will show you that comment. So according to this particular whistleblower in the police, the guy said from their record, it's more than that, but those ones that they recognize, the guy said there are about 25 clubs in Liberia. These 25 local clubs, after every 2 weeks, they are coming, each of them, with $175. Each of them coming with. Each of them. So let's do some small mathematics here. Let me take my calculator here. Let me take my calculator. And you see how much Gregory Como is getting just from the club. So according to the information that the guy gave, he said that from his record, what they know of, that the local ghettos are 47 local ghettos. Look there, here is it. 47 local ghettos. Here are the ghettos, 47. He said each of these 47 ghettos, they are paying after every 2 weeks, they are paying 15,000 Liberian dollars. He said the local ghettos are paying 15,000 Liberian dollars. So 15,000, 15,000 multiplied by the 47. Multiply by 47. Let's see. Let's come here. Times the 47. You see how much you are getting? $700 plus $1,000. $705,000 Liberian dollars every 2 weeks. Gregory Como is getting from these ghettos. $705,000. Can you imagine? So if you divide this one by the rate, let's just say divided by, let's say the rate is now 200, divided by 200 USD. So it means after every 2 weeks from these 47 ghettos, Gregory Como is getting $3,525 from these local ghettos. $3,525 in US. Gregory Como is getting after every 2 weeks from 47 ghettos. If you convert it to Liberian dollars. So that's what he's getting. In USD, $3,525. That's what Gregory Como is getting. Then let's look at the local clubs. Let's look at the local clubs. According to this particular whistleblower in the Liberian National Police, he said the local clubs, there are about 25 of them. He said that there are more, but the ones that he saw, the one that he know of, is the information that he gave. He said there are 25 of them, in these local clubs in Liberia, after every 2 weeks, they are bringing $175. $175. Each club. So multiply $175 times 25. $175 times $25. So you get $4,375. $4,375. $4,375 that Gregory Como is getting from these local clubs after every 2 weeks. Then the guy said from local motels, from these motel, the motel there around the place, these local ones, there are about 39 of them. And each of these local motels, they are bringing after every 2 weeks. They're giving it to Gregory Como after 2 weeks. After every 2 weeks. After every 2 weeks, say each of these hotels, they are bringing to Gregory Como 200 United States dollars. So $200 multiplied by 39 of this local motel or hotel, whatever you call it. 39. So it means Gregory Como is getting $7,800. So let's multiply, let add all of them and see. From these local motels, he is getting $7,800 US. $7,800 US. So 7,800 plus the $4,375 from local clubs. $4,375 from the local club plus the $3,525 from local ghettos. $3,525 from these local ghettos. So it means after every 2 weeks, according to the calculation here, Gregory Como is getting $15,700. So I was concerned and asked this guy, "My man, what are you talking about? Can this be real? Are you serious?" The guy said, "Prince, I get no reason. You gave me $5. If I were on the phone, the message that you be Stanton, I can pay for information. You ought to pay me. The message information, you ought to pay me for information. I just giving it the real one I was supposed to give. We can go sell it to other people. You, my man, my brother. I just giving you this information." And according to this guy, they have given this particular information. They try to give it a spoon. Up to now, your man stand on water spoon. For whatever reason, he's not bringing it out. He's not saying it. You can hear him talking about the police. You can hear Gregory Como talking about, your criminal Stanton Waterspoon talking about the police much. Follow him and listen. You can hear him talking about the police? No, you can't. You know why? Because the place that he's operating, Gregory Como get people there. So I asked the guy, I said, "My man, but why do you think this thing is happening?" The man said, "Look, you know why these things are happening?" He said, "No." He said, Gregory Como provides something they can call it acquaintance, VIP protection and connection fees. He said all of these hotels and these areas, this club that is giving Gregory Como money, they get his direct number. And he said, "Prince, what will shock you? Do you know that in this club and hotels, they are selling drugs there?" I'm like, "What?" He said, "Oh, you say, my man, don't allow to say that information you want from me. So don't worry, I'll give it to you. You just want for me to talk more." He said, "Prince, in these hotels and in this ghetto, this club that you see they paying the money." Yeah, it's it. He said, "Prince, these guys are selling drugs in those hotel, in those motel, in those clubs. They are selling drugs there. So the reason why they're paying this money, they call it VIP protection and connection fees. So when people go to those hotels, for example, if they want to go and raid, they'll call them and say, 'My man, back off.' They get Gregory Como direct number, or he will give them information. Gregory Como. This is what happening in our country, my people. The way we are as Liberians, as a people, the way we find ourselves. This is scary. Gregory Como, that's why he's involved with 15,700. The guy said, "My man, that's why the man get you." The guy said, "Those that are around Gregory Como, that's why you see Gregory Como." He said, "When you look at Gregory Como, the man almost like the president." The man got more than 10 officers with arm, well armed around him. He said, well armed. 10 police officers well armed with arm around him. Say, look at Gregory Como. They bought a big ball. But you get time. You get fewer men around him that you get give money to. And people, the system is rotten. The system is polluted. We are in a very big mess under Joseph Newman Boakai. This man has no plan to unite the people. What is Joseph Newman Boakai plan? My brother, use the next 1 minute. Let's round up so we can go on the next issue.
Thank you,
we have
brother.
two
Thank
other
you.
issues here to discuss.
And you
Two or
see,
three other issues quickly.
Liberians should brace themselves. And let me say this. You know, this is what happened when you leave certain for uncertain. And President Weah was that certain, and Joseph Newman Boakai is that uncertain. Now, why do I say brace yourself for the next 4 years? You know, this was a man that they branded him as a man of 42 years experience, right? Who knew your problem. And even he said, if anybody is to understand or lead the Liberian people or deliver the Liberian people, in quote, was him because of his experience, all right, in government. And he was the onlyest political candidate or figure or element or entity, right, in the just past election. And he said all of that contributed, all right, to his knowledge and his expert, that he should be the one the presidency should be given to, with everything they preach. But then what happened? And this is why I said brace yourself for more failures. What happened? The moment the presidency was turned over to him, his first interview that he had, when they asked him, what did he say? He's going to set up a committee. You know, he know how to, I mean, everything about this government is to set up committee. All right. That's all they have done. I think that's all they have done since they came to power, setting up committee. He said
that's the easy way to dismiss case and to just make it to die, even at the level of the house. When you hear them say going to a committee room, forget it, it finished.
He said he was going to make sure to set up committee to understand the issues of the Liberian people. But then that is a contradiction, because you told the Liberian people, you understood the Liberian people issues or circumstances since 1847. You got it. And you told the Liberian people, if anyone is to understand the issues, the daily issues of the Liberian people, it is you, because of your experience, because you have lived in that country and you have worked in government for 42 years and you have the experience. And then, in fact, you understand the in and out, the yoke, all right, of the Liberian issue, the Liberian plight, their struggle. You know what they go through because you told us, you understood the situation from the core. And then now you got the power. And then they ask you, so how are you going to tackle the Liberian issue, the same issue that you campaigned, that you said you know? But then Boakai came out to say, we will have to set up a committee to investigate. Folks, Boakai is still setting up a committee almost 2 years now to investigate your problem. But again, he was the one sitting on bench telling his cabinet things are okay now. So I guess that committee that he set up, the committee went to him and told him, listen, Liberian people have no problem. This is our report. Things are fine. Things are normal. Market women the economy is booming. Right? Now, what I said, right? You should brace yourself. Now, this was a government that came to power with lies. The first visit that Boakai did to the US, what did he do? Boakai recorded a lady, and then he brought that on his phone. And then telling the Liberian people after he was being interviewed, telling them, say he came to power. In fact, the road in Maryland, that entire road had been paved. If road is paved, do you have to record somebody's voice and then keep it in your phone and then bring it to the US? And then go in your phone and then put in your password. Come on now, put in your password and then get to the recording and then play the recording, one lady voice, and say the road is fun, the road is good. Do you have to do that? It is the Liberian people. I mean, we live in a world with technology. You will see it on social media. You will see it on Facebook, on Twitter, or Instagram, whatsoever. You don't have to be the one to talk about it. But Boakai brought a lady that he recorded, brought it to the US to tell the people that this is what he have done. And these are some of the praises that the people have said about his developmental agenda in Liberia when it comes to pave road. After he spent $22 million in mud road, he said he was paving road. Now, why did I say you should brace yourself? This is a government that came to power. After they preached, they castigated President Weah about electricity to the airport. They came to power. What happened to them? What you did to poor, right? It will also happen to you. You know, in mathematical equation, it always says what you do on the left-hand side, you should do on the right-hand side, right?
Is the boy sit on the left way? Call it left.
Yeah. You get the power. This transformer been there since 19 and this bread been flying, been pooping, whatsoever. But Boakai came to power. Oh my God, we have electricity issue. And then these people came and said there was an electrical issue because the bread poop on a transformer. Are you kidding me? Is this a kind of government you should trust? Is this a kind of government you should put your hope in? Is this a kind of government that you think are going to build the life of your children's future? Look, we told you people, how can a 90 years old man build the future of a 2-3 years old child? When this 90 years old man did not build his future, this 90 years old man did not build the future of his children. How do you expect this man to build your future, to build your children's future? How do you expect that to happen? Throughout this man said he had experience, but his 42-year experience, there is nothing in the country that we can point to that he built those that live with him future. Nothing. We talk about this, but you still say to us, you agree because this man was the most experienced. Look, folks, we keep telling you people, education is not all to life. There is something called practical. You can do the theory whatsoever you want, but if you have no knowledge or idea about the practical, you can't. And that's why these people, everything they always show is the blueprint, because they did the theory. All they know how to draw. All they know how to draw and how to color. And then come and show it to you and tell you, say, this is how a thing's going to be. But practically, they don't practicalize their theory. They don't practicalize what they draw. All they know how to do, they know how to draw. Then you see, your hero, most of you people, your hero when you were in Delaware, all he did was drawing. It was, did you ever see Coastal Grace? Did you ever see Coastal? I mean, all you saw was he was go sit there in car. What did you see? Poster. He showed a drawing. Things that he drew. He showed to you people, telling you people, this is what he was doing. And and then he said to a professor that a great and thing. These are the things that you saw, and then you say that the educated people. No, folks, and that is why now, because the educated people are there, they cannot represent you well because that practical is not in them. They don't know how to speak. They don't know how to convince people. You know, when you're in school, you can make your A's, but if you don't know how to stand in front of even your friend students to present, you don't know how to stand in classroom to take that phobia from in you. All right, you don't know how to stand in classroom to position yourself, because there's a way you position yourself whenever you're speaking to audience. There's a way you give your speech. Okay, there's a way you tackle the issue based on your audience, based on the occasion. Now, if you don't have those quality in you or those qualifications in you, if you're not done those practical, right, you cannot do it. How can that DeLong go and represent Liberia? Why you think DeLong going to say, my people? Why you think DeLong going to do this opinion smoke? Why you think DeLong going to do this, man? What that he turned in your mouth shut When he talking, his tongue is shut in his mouth. The word can come out fluently. What you think? Oh my, look, Liberian people, what you guys were thinking about at the law, this weed smoker. What you think the law going to do? This man who last said he want to destroy a university, he did an policy in law. I have done investigation and 10. He said he graduated 2014. You were there 2012 to 2014. He's never in a people yearbook. This man lie and he put it on the Senate website. At the law ever to go to Turkey and represent you, Liberian. What these people went for at the law, all he did was to sit and eat, and you saw that on social media. Those are the things that they went for. At the law can represent you, my people. At the law know how to put things together. At the law know how to put memo together, how to put proposal together. At the law know how to do it. These are the people that are supposed to help the president, because the president expert or area is agriculture. These are the people that are supposed to sit down and write memo and write about the agriculture sector and then present it. But these people went with nothing. How do you think they're going to come back to bring something? And that is why they came with nothing. And they sat down, they write part of nonsense, and then say, these are the things Liberia going to benefit, Liberia going to go to Turkey, Liberia going to travel, Liberia going to this. If that's what you went for, then, Mr. President, you shouldn't have went. You should have just sent DeLong, or you should have just sent maybe 2 to 3 people to go and come back. You see? And this is what's suffering that government.
Wow. You know, my brother, you said it right. And I just want to show something to our people here. I want to show you something. Ghana was able to outline the benefit that they receive from the just ended program that was held in Japan. This is the website from, let me see, just bear with me. Let me try to enlarge in this again. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me enlarge in this. So this is President Muhammad working visit to how you call Tika. This is President Muhammad visit. We are going to go over it together. You know how many persons Ghana carry? My people, you know how many persons Ghana carry? They carry less than 10. To Japan, the place we carry 40. Ghana carry less than 10. These are some of the achievements that they were able to get. Let me enlarge in this so that you can see it. Okay, fine. I think this would be, oh no, this would be too large. Let me see. Let me bring it down here. Okay. All right, fine. I'm very sure that those of you who are observing can see it clear. This is what Ghana was able to achieve. Just going to read this. Few bars of it. President Muhammad working visit to Japan and participation in TCAD 9 has delivered remarkable and tangible outcomes for Ghana. Key accomplishments include: number 1, Vovo to Darfur Adom Bridge across Volta River has been revived. Both nations committed to immediately provide additional funding required. There is a bridge between the Valvo to Darfur, Adom Bridge, that region area. The bridge there, I'm very sure, they wanted to expand it, wanted to make it to be, a kind of modern bridge. So Japan was telling the people of Ghana, don't worry, we get this one covered. We give you money, your funding. The same program where Joseph Numa Boakai go on. That Ghana we all lying so. Let's go to the second. Kumasi Inner City Ringway project to commence shortly. You see there? Japan. They are telling the people of Ghana that in Kumasi, their inner city, way project, Japan is going to immediately, very shortly, commence that particular project. Number 3, new agreement, signed with Toyota to expand its operation in Ghana and make Ghana its West African hub. You see there? Toyota. So meaning that in Ghana now, they're about to be producing vehicle. They're about to be producing vehicle. In Ghana now, meaning that they're about to be assembling it. Because Japan is saying we're sending Toyota there so that Ghana can be the hub. So Ghana will be the hub of Toyota in West Africa, in Africa. Ghana will be the hub. Job creation we're talking about. You know how many Ghanaians will be employed? You know how it's going to build up their capacity? That Ghana we're talking. Don't worry, we'll go to Liberia. That Ghana we're talking here. Number 4, groundbreaking space agreement signed with Japan to leverage space science for Ghana development. What? You see where Ghana go? Space science. Ghanaians, scientists about to start collaborating with Japanese scientists to go up space to be able to enhance Ghana capacity in the area or air, different thing that comes to that as it relates to space. You see what is happening? The same conference where Joseph Numa Boakai go to, that the conference where Ghana go to that are reading here. That they are reading. Yeah, I will play Joseph Numa Boakai on the report. When you tell Liberian people, I will show you. Let's go to number 5. Ghana to benefit from training of a targeted 300,000 youth in AR. Look, let me tell you, my people, nobody must fool you. The society and the world in which we live, if you get your phone, pay for it. AR has made it very simple. Very simple. Don't allow anybody to fool you. The world now is talking about AR. The world is talking about AR. This time it makes it so simple and so easy. Technology is all around the place. We are living in a modern era. In a world where people use less time to achieve more. This time you can look at your phone and talk to it. It gave you answers and results. So about 300,000 Ghanaian youth will be trained. Joseph Numa Boakai told our children they were coming to train our children. Where are we with that particular training? That another vla. Modern agriculture, green transition, tech setup, and biotechnology. You see there? So Japan is about to engage Ghana youth, the Ghanaians, in modern technology as it relates to agriculture. Industrialized system is about to be put into place. They will start to use technology to invest in their agriculture. Just like Numa Boakai went there. I will tell you when they ask him about agriculture thing, he talk about Africa. Number 6, special cooperation anchored on latest scientific research to boost rice production in Ghana and attain food security. You see that? So, for example, if the rice is supposed to be taking 1 year to grow, to get mature, the kind of technology they will start to use, the kind of mechanism they will start to put in place, it will take them 1 year, it will take them less than 1 year to grow their food, and it will be in abundance. It will be in abundance. Scientific research to boost rice production in Ghana. Let it right in answer that today I'm talking all of my head. Let it right I'm looking at it, you looking at it, all looking at it, are reading it. Number 7, US 100 million secure for new agriculture project. And you see, the people getting the money. Oh boy, they say, Governor, Bra, 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 bra. Can't take this sika. You carry $100 million secure for new agriculture project. But Joseph Newman Boakai, who the agriculture special, that carry 40 thieves with him. They could not come back with that 6 cent. No, that we must praise him for that one. He came back with 6 cents actually. So in like $6. One small guy getting $6. And you see that Ghana, let's go ahead. Number 8, arrange a strategic industrialization partnership with Japan as Japan consider investing a dedicated US 1.5 billion in Africa in the short term. It was a really proud moment to hear President Mohammed articulate his bold vision for resettling and transforming Ghana during the 2 TICAD plenary section he chaired. Wow. Ghana is back on the global stage to inspire and strike strategic partnership for our collective progress. Ghana-Japan relationship couldn't be better. 98 years after Ngoshot scientific sacrifice, his life for the extraordinary love he had for our nation. Look at the people talking about progress. Look at what they are talking about progress. Look at progress. Look at the people. Look at progress. They can't hear our own papa. Can't hear him. Don't believe what I say. Can't hear him. You hear him, you get go. Jara wants a pay chicken. Somebody will say. Can't hear our own JMB achievement. You can't hear JMB achievement. You see some of the things that we can be talking. Just say Newman Boakai has become a disgrace. See the Boakai owner achievement. I put it to the right place, my people. I hope I put it to the right place. My brother, I beg you, I'm going from here. Let me look for this thing quick so
let me be boring here, brother. Praise. You see what we're talking about, and you said something bold vision. Listen, Liberian. Look, folks. You see what we're saying here, right? Look, this government actually making things easier for us to come here and speak. There's no way we go and manufacture anything because, during the past 6 years or the past 7 years, right, they manufacture information. All right. And when I say manufacture, like false information, but that government, there is no way we bring false information here. Everything we say here is just based on what they said or they are doing, their attitude. I mean, you went to Japan. See what the government of Ghana, see what they got from there. Because they went prepared. It is not about the numbers. It is about your vision for the country. It is about things that you want to improve. Like, no, listen, look at Ghana. And first of all, Ghana is even making car because Kantaka, Ghana been making car already. So, and then bringing Toyota, that's just going to give more job because people are already employed at Kantaka, right? And then they bring it Toyota. So it's going to create another maybe 3 million or 2 million employees or jobs for the Ghanaians with the already one that is working. Look at Liberian. Ghana does not have iron ore, right? But here at Salamita, you have these foreigners in Liberia taking your iron ore, carrying it to Great Britain, all right? Carrying it to India, carrying it to Asia. Raw material. I thought you were going to go to Japan and tell Japan, we produce iron ore, we got iron ore. We have resources of this. And we need you to come. We need factory in Liberia.
So, my brother, go ahead. Let me just play this, my people. Sometimes we want you to believe Let's just say but even on we saw the one on the website is terrible on executive mansion by one Sunday. So listen to Joseph Newman Boyka. We take our own time, it's about 5-minute clip. Listening to Joseph Newman Boyka giving the Liberian people just a summary of his own achievement in Japan. Asking. So let's go ahead. Overgrown thieves behind him. You're listening.
Mr. President, welcome back to your country. My name is Hasta Talu, and I do work for the state broadcaster. Mr. President, your government's quest to make Liberia a food-reliant nation remains unending. Do you care to bring us up to speed about your meeting held with Chika, President Wa in Japan?
Thank you very much. And the first thing is about the international partnership, which is to help African countries to become self-reliant.
He talking about Ghana. They put ask about Liberia. He say where Japan decided to help Ghana. He making report for other countries. Hey, see useless. But let's go ahead. Yeah, hey man. Sometimes we can want to for a put lazy, but sometimes we think can be interesting. You got to tell. Be careful about
About the international partnership, which is to help African countries to become self-reliant in terms of investment, in terms of food production, in terms of being responsible communities for developing their respective area, and we are committed to this.
Mr. President, my name is Reagan Liberian. I report for the Liberian.
Push it out, question
You have always pushed for Liberia on the international scene. So you called on JICA to see reason to enhance the production aspect of food security or rice in our country. What prompted your course?
Well, my first on my agenda, the first is agriculture, the country that feeds itself. We have the potential, we are capable, we have the land, we have the resources. So the partnership that will help us to do that is very important. That's why we are working with strategic partners so that we can produce. And we can't do that without building roads, access roads to the farming community.
The man who agenda that agriculture, the man are able to give dollar. Pass and neck man he able to get from the country. Let's go ahead.
And we are on course with that.
Mr. President, my name is Steve Fellows, and I report for QFM. I know you're on a long flight, but this question is, do we understand that Japan pledged $5.5 billion to Africa to Tika 9? How much is Liberia expected to get from the amount? And if it were given, how your administration would use it to benefit ordinary people?
Well, those are the discussions that we have. What will come to Liberia? What we know immediately is a commitment to help us. The Japanese.
Nonsense for here. The teacher making me very loud to you. Yeah, we got other things to discuss. You see that? you carry 40 men for commitment. I just read Ghana. They gave them physical care. And you see what we're talking about? When you have a president who have dedicated his time to dividing the country and don't give a hang about what people say. Liberia is in a mess. Like you look at the heading, I'm telling you, Liberia is in a serious mess. So let me ask us this question now. My brother Frank, maybe you know. Since Joseph Newman Boyka took over, what is that signature project that you can point to? And I want to leave this with you, and I want you to expand the way you want to expand. When President Weah took over, we saw what President Weah did. The first thing President Weah did was to openly declare that I will reduce my salary. In the fight of ensuring that the people benefit, I will reduce my salary. That was a legacy for President George Manneh Weah. What we saw, his signature project, he was building homes for his people. In the midst of difficulties, in his first year with Corona all over the place. There are so many things that we can name in less than no time. But what do you know that they owe me here and I put a hand on that you can point to that we as Liberian can say that? For example, talking about President We are, let's just say one thing about President We are, one thing. We ask anybody on the platform, say, okay, just name one thing that you refer to or that you take as a legacy of President We are. Somebody will tell me out of the military hospital, another person will tell me out of some kind of thing, somebody will tell me. But what do you know of my brother Frank? Let me ask you this question.
Thank you
What
so
do
much.
you know of President We are President Boakai signature project that you can point to? You go into 2 years now. Let's hear from you, my brother.
Thank you for this question. Wow, this question, I mean, I don't know if I have $1 million, right? I'm gonna give it to you. I play the Powerball, so hopefully I win the Powerball. I'll give you more.
Okay, I'm wishing you well. Win that Powerball, bro. Let people move from poverty. Win that Powerball, Father.
Listen, brother Prince. Let us be frank here. Boakai have a signature project. Yeah, he do. And I'm going to outline his signature project. You know, when Boakai came to power, right? One of the first signature project of Boakai was to set up a committee. That was the first signature project. Set up a committee to understand the issues of the Liberian people, which he did. He set up a committee. Now, I'm going to start from the least to the highest, okay, of his achievement, all right, that he have done in Liberia within the course of the 2 years. I mean, let's give a man his flower when he deserves it. So Boakai deserves flower here. I'm going to give it to him. Yeah, he has signature project all over, the country. So the first signature project of Boakai was to set up a committee to understand the situation of the Liberian people, because he did not know, after 42 years of experience, he did not still understand the situation, the circumstances, the demise of the Liberian people. The same thing they spoke about during the time of President George Manneh. We are 6 years. The same thing they spoke about, but when he came to power, he forgot those things to the extent he said he was going to set up a committee, which he did. Number one. Number two, after setting up a committee, the committee went to him and gave a report about the livelihood of the Liberian people, and everything was fine. Now, what he then do was, before he came to power, he said he's going to make sure no girls will be on the street selling, no child will be on the street selling. And now, today, his signature project, there is no child on the entire street of Monrovia, all right? The entire Liberia, all right? No child is selling on the street. No child is selling on the street for their parent. All children are in school because President Boakai have provided that atmosphere, that avenue for Liberian people, for Liberian children to go to school, right? That's another signature project. Now, another signature project of Boakai is he bought a $1.2 million car after he has made sure that the country economy is stable. People are now selling, businesses are booming, youth employment is all over in the country. Youth are not unemployed, people are employed, right? To the extent he has given job to the youth of Liberia, and then he told them, said, I have provided job for you people. No more bicycle on the street, no more bike, no more keke on the road, free the road, right? That is another achievement of Boakai, because the entire subdivision of Liberia, youth are employed and they are getting paid, okay? And medical facility are there. They have good medical care. They are there. So Boakai, that is another achievement of Boakai, because nobody in Liberia, especially the youth, are unemployed. Every one of them are employed, and the ones that are unemployed, they are also receiving unemployment benefit. So money is surplus. That is why now there is no issue. He went and bought $1.2 million car. Another significant project of Boakai. When Boakai came to power, he collected thousands of dollars, okay, from the bike rider, from the keke rider, and told them you have to have hair, and told them you have to have how they call it, permanent lesson and those things. And they can get rather. They agree, they pay. And after they pay, Boakai robbed them and took their money and then ran behind them and took them from the street. All right, humiliated them and told them.
My brother, the people get value. The people get value. The people asking about achievement. But go ahead. Go ahead. Sister Ophelia killing yourself. Ophelia killing yourself.
Those are the 2 years. Those are the achievements he has done in 2 years. All right. So after he did that, took money from them, and then he took them from the street and told them, "I have provided you people a job. Why you want to be so greedy? To the extent you want to do everything here when you work here." That is another achievement of Boakai. Now, another achievement of Boakai. Okay. Now he's going around in the community, breaking down people's houses, demolishing people's houses. All right, the same people he said he was coming to rescue. Oh man, Boakai is rescuing these people so good, going around breaking their houses, making them homeless. That is an achievement, and he's making them homeless. He's not putting down facility. Like for example, you see what President we are there when he built the invisible park. He said, no, people can be living in Zinra home, right? And then the invisible park be here. So we got to make the environment nice. What did President we are do? He built houses there and then made that area fun, that location fun, and then brought people and put them in, right? I guess that is not an achievement. That is not an achievement. But with President Boakai, his achievement, he's breaking down people's home, he's demolishing people's home, making them homeless. All right, even if it is raining, he have no remorse. But their closest us are their children, their babies. They are on the rain, especially. There's a rainy season time, making these people homeless and putting them outside. Look at children, the same children he was talking about yesterday, that he will provide good healthcare system for them. Oh my God. People are now giving birth outside. People are delivering outside when hospitals are refusing them. That is President Boakai's achievement for pregnant women to lie down where people have to surround them. To the extent that human beings have to surround the women. Men can't even go around, but men standing far off videotaping and say, I can't go there because that's a woman giving birth. Right outside in front of the hospital. When Boakai said he was going to make sure across the subdivision of the country, people were going to get good medical facility. And now people are giving birth right outside in the middle of the street. That is President Boakai's achievement.
We will not allow small children to tell market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies to go in the street whole day yourself. The money you make can't even buy rice. We can't do it. We want to put dignity on our people. And that's why we're here. That's the mission we have. And I can assure you, if you check your calendar, it's exactly 4 months from today. Today's the 10th, right? When is the election? You start checking. 4 months to the date. After 4 months, you will see a new Liberia coming up. You'll see a Liberia that will give you hope. You'll see a Liberia where corruption will be a thing of the past.
My brother, I just thought to bring this. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll bring this video.
This achievement is plenty, right? It's just too much. And now look at another achievement. He told us, right, when he get to power, he was not going to ride in a car, but to ride wheelbarrow and make sure, right, the need of the Liberian people be met. And he said, we will build Liberia, we will think like Liberia, we will move Liberia forward. And one of the things he always says is, right, no matter how these people, what they do, we will build this country.
Sure, let me play this. The one I'm talking about his, my people are listening to this.
I'm telling you honestly, I can ride wheelbarrow to go to that mansion. I don't care. I'm telling you honestly, I can ride wheelbarrow to go to that mansion. I don't care.
Continue, my brother.
You see,
I just bring in this clip.
Yeah, so these are his achievements, right? Now, let me give another profound achievement of Boakai, right? Now, I think some of you people have seen the horses he built in Foya, right? It is alleged that it's $10 million. Now, 10 million United States dollar. That is another achievement of Boakai, because those are things that he did not build for himself. In his 90 years, all the time he been working in government, when he was 12 years, okay, as a vice president, he earned millions of dollars, because Boakai was one of the millionaires in our country. Right after 2018 election, he was one of the millionaires, right? He did not build it, but now he came to power, he's building it. That is an achievement for him, right? He's building another one in Monrovia. It is another achievement for him. Now, another achievement, all right, for Boakai is this: good English with nothing, no achievement, all right, nothing to build in the country. That is another achievement, because he came here to the US, he spoke good English. By the end of the day, while his friends were carrying something good back home, Boakai carrying nothing. He went with his empty hand. Now, let me give one me achievement. You know, in our interview, right, Boakai said one of his major and his first priority, right, is for Liberia to become full self-sufficient, right? Because the area is agriculture. But Boakai came here, his first trip he made was the agriculture summit, the US agriculture summit that they had. And Boakai came, he did not present. He had nothing to present. He came and sat down, and to say they were sitting on the table and then talking about which menu are you going to order. And then they asked him, right? And then he's like, you know what? I don't live here. I don't really know what to eat. And the food in Liberia is different from the food here. So help me and look on the menu. That means Boakai did not bring anything tangible to come and present to the American government about agriculture, things that he need, tools that he need, seeds that he need, equipment that he need, education that he need. He did not allow any of those things. And you cannot be going to meet another world leader, another president of another country that is calling you. Now, like he said, right? Like he said, one of the major reasons of the summit that they had in Japan was to discuss about how they call it, improving the livelihood of African nations. Now, your friends went there. Your friends went there with things that they need to improve in, with help that they need. Right? But you went there without carrying memo or agenda of what you need help with. And you went there, you sat down and ate enough. So all the people thought you came to eat some Japanese food, because maybe in Liberia, there are no Japanese food there. So that's the same thing he came and did in the US. Look, let me tell you, Brother Prince, if anybody is to take funds away from Liberia, it is not the US. It is not the US. If anybody is to get off phone, right, it is the US. But you came with other people, with other nations who are there, who are their colonial masters, like Great Britain, France, Portugal, Germany. Those people came and the US gave them money. But your colonial master, you came to them and you did not come to them with anything tangible. And then you went, all you got was good English. And then your supporter, your reporter, your media took it and said, Liberia have been recognized. Liberian people are discussing Liberia now. So since Liberia was recognized and people discuss Liberia, what did they bring to Liberia now? Because Liberians have been recognized, Liberia have been discussed. What did it carry to Liberia? Have they solved the situation of Liberian? Have they solved the bread and butter issue of Liberian? Because I can tell you, that meeting that they had here, it improved something in Ghana, it improved something in Nigeria, it improved something in Sierra Leone, it improved something in Ivory Coast. I mean, you name those countries that came here, it improved something in Gabon. Because those people carry money, those people carry things. All right? But Liberia, you carry good English, and you cannot practicalize those good English into reality to improve the livelihood or situation of the Liberian people. Those are the achievements of Boakai that we are outlining here.
This is a question that when I ask my men, then they can want block me. Like I myself, like I said the last time, one of the things that I've cleverly been able to do So just try to see how best I can leave from their chat room. Because they do not have that particular patience to discuss in a more civilized way, or like human being, so to speak. When you go in their chat room, they will talk about how President Weah did this, he did that, blah, 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 blah. But as soon as you ask them one question, what is Mr. Boakai's achievement in the education sector? The first thing they will tell you, but the time President Weah was there, when you ask them what is Joseph Numa Boakai's achievement in the agriculture sector, the time President Weah was there, what is Joseph Numa Boakai's legacy or his achievement in providing jobs? The time President Weah was there, then why did you move President Weah? If everything is about President Weah, look, it's a disgrace. This government took over one signature project we cannot point to say, well, this is the project of Joseph Numa Boakai. Nothing we can point to. When President Weah took over, there were signature projects of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. For example, the Central Bank, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf project. But that did not stop President Weah from carrying on his initiative, his projects. It did not stop him. Even some of the projects that Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf had. Today, the executive mansion, we can point to that executive mansion and say this is one of President Weah's legacy project. Because Joseph Numa Boakai and Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, they abandoned that project. That project was abandoned. The executive mansion. Meanwhile, $1 million were being used. Every year, they will put millions of dollars in the budget for the renovation of the executive mansion, but they could not build that, or they could not renovate it. It took President Weah to do it. Since the establishment of Liberia, we have never had a military hospital. Under President Weah, today, that's one of the most sophisticated hospital we get in Liberia. The military hospital. What is Joseph Numa Boakai's achievement? The last time we recall, Joseph Numa Boakai said, our children will not be selling. They will go to school. According to Joseph Numa Boakai, he said, our children will not be on the street selling. They will have the opportunity to go to school. They will give them that opportunity. But the last time I can recall, my people, the children who are even craving for education and saying that, look, we want to see how best we can empower ourselves. We need this education. Joseph Numa Boakai refused to pay their teachers. But guess what he did? He sent police on the street to beat the children, to beat them. When the children ask, why is it that our teachers are not going to the classes? They have abandoned us. The only thing that Joseph Numa Boakai was able to do was to ask the police to go and beat on innocent students. I don't want you to believe it. I don't want you to believe what I'm saying. Here is it. Let me bring you this video. When we speak with facts. Here is it. Don't believe what I'm saying. Listen to this from this student. Listen to this. Police beat. Yeah? The only reason for which this girl was being brutalized was because she said the truth. And today we are seeing the result. Look at how our children feel. Guinea pig said tell her. Look at how our children feel. These were the things that they were advocating for. Teachers were not being paid. They were not even going to school. But Joseph Numa Boakai sent out the police to beat them. Listen to this girl. Listen. They carry out to go jail. You see that? You see? Joseph You see my team talking? They beat the students only because they were advocating and agitating.
Those are the achievements of Boakai.
We need our teachers to be in classes. Today, we see the results. Where out of 50-something thousand students, you get 800 passing. Imagine. You see my thing that we're talking? The violence that is in the country is being perpetrated by the government. How about the people? It's by the government. Because when government fail to take the adequate responsibility to help, guess what happened? The people, they do their own thing. The people decide to do their own thing. Today, violence is taking over our country because the government have failed the people. The government have failed the people. These are some of the things that we're talking. This is not something that we're playing politics about. These are reality. Videos are here. We can show you videos. Joseph Newman Boakai said no car will be stuck in the mud. But look here. Look at the condition of look. They just bring you this. Maybe some of you think that we're joking here. Look here.
We are headed to but the road here, as you can see, is very, very deplorable. I mean, it's beyond deplorability. Very, very bad. It's nearly impassable. As you can see, the trucks have gotten stuck from both sides of the road, so there's no way for any vehicle from Zueju headed to Nimba to pass through very easily until these trucks can be removed, until they can make their way out of this mud. But that's how bad the road situation here is between Zueju and Tostown. I don't know how it's going to be like going further. This is just one of the worst.
Mr. Boakai said no car will be stuck in the mud. Our roads will be ready, paved, and good for going. Where are we? Police brutality has taken over. I want us to just talk about this. I want to play you this video, my people. Gregory Coleman, I don't know, but this is terrible. Police brutality is now all over the place. You saw how that student was manhandled. How they manhandle her. Look at this. Look here. The woman, look at this. Look at this. Even with her child on her lap. Look there. You see her? The man say a policeman. You see that kind of thing? Look here. They tie her. Look there. Yeah, man. This government has absolutely no respect.
Jesus.
For human rights. Look. The same thing they did to that other woman, you can remember? That woman with the hijab, her child was holding her. The police jacked the child from her. Push the child one side.
Damn it.
Look at this woman. Amen, for God in heaven's sake, my people. Look at the child on her mother. Hey, my people. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Amen. Look at this thing, my people. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Look at the child on the woman and they tie her. They tie her. Look. I want for Facebook to block our page, my brother. My brother, what is going on? Police brutality is I don't know. It's terrible. What is going on, my brother? Let's hear from you on this, and then we can call this a day.
I mean, Brother Prince, seeing this video, I will never imagine that things of such will happen 2025. If nobody explained this to me, where maybe I came across it on Facebook, I will be thinking this video was during the war days. I would never think that this video is 2025 in Liberia. what they call Dofa Tabe, because that's how they used to do Dofa Tabe. Then your elbow will hit each other back here like this, and your chest in the air. That is Dofa Tabe there. And then this 2025, look what they did down there. They never even handcuffed the woman.
Amen.
They never handcuffed the woman like tie her like that. What was the crime of this lady? Even if she have committed a crime, this 2025 for you to do somebody like that, you know, this is what I want to believe. This government knew what they was coming to do to the Liberian people. They don't care. They don't love the Liberian people. There's a reason why Boakai is always angry. Anytime you see Boakai, he's angry. And that's why all of his supporters are supporting. They are all angry. Even you want to have a meaningful conversation with them, they never. They're just angry. All the way come, they will start insulting you. Without you insulting them, I mean, just simple question that you ask them. They can't defend their government because there is nothing to defend. And the reason why they will just start with insulting you, because they know your position. They know your stand. They know who you support. You can defend the man you support. You can defend the man that is not in power, because his hand marks are all over the country. And because the person to whom they support, they can't defend that person because there is nothing to defend. It's horrible, terrible, very intimidating government. So all they will do is to attack you, to insult you, so that you can change the subject matter, so that you can discuss the issues, because there is nothing to defend it. You know what I want to believe? This government, most of the people that they have in the force, in various forces, whether LDEA or Liberian police and things, but the prince, what I want to believe, most of those people are not police officers. Because they knew what it was coming to do. That is why when they got there, they start firing people on the notion of you are CDC or police. You are trained by the CDC government. They start firing people because they wanted to bring people who have no policing idea. And if they bring in people and just put uniform on them who have no policing idea, what do you think those people will do? They are not police, right? They are common people that were just hired. They did not go through the oath of becoming police officer. They did not take oath to protect the land, to protect property, to protect human beings, to fight and defend the life, the nation. They did not go through any of those things. So they were just taken, all right, by friends, by relatives, and then put uniform on them. So in our case, in our perspective or scenario, right, or explanation, what's going to happen? Those people will work accordingly to the demand of the people that hire them. Because the nation did not hire them. The nation did not hire them. They did not go through training. They did not take the oath of the nation. So people hire them. So they will act accordingly to the people that put them there and put uniform on them. So in our perspective, right, if you are working in that locality, you will never function as a police officer because you will have no remorse. There is nothing that will kick in there to say, listen, you are here for a reason. You came here, you trained, you read the Constitution, or you read the Guard of Police, how you are here to protect life and property. You are here to protect your citizens. Even though you are here, right, to arrest people, but there are ways of arrest that will kick in because you did a training. You went through training. You went through certain type of training. But those people, they never went through any training. So when they are there, they behave according like rebel. So what will come in their mind is, I am going to behave like rebel. Like what happened during the rebel, what they saw, that's what they're going to do. Because you can never convince me that those police officers that tied that woman they call Tabe, they went through police training. No one will go through police training and do a female like that, and do even a guy like that, because there is something called handcuff. That is what police use. But those people, they are criminals. Those people, they are not police officers who are there to protect life and property. And that is why when Boakai came there, he started firing people left and right on a notion of they are CDC police officers or they were trained by the CDC government. And to say the CDC government was not a national government. It was a constituted government. It was an elected government. Just how you, Boakai, you were elected to defend the Constitution, to defend the nation, and defend and protect every Liberian citizen's life in our country. That was how CDC came to power. And CDC did not rig election, but as a whole, holistically, you came in a rigged election because you stopped some of the votes from reaching to the ballot box, from reaching to neck. You stop it. You intimidated people. So that is an election that you rigged and you came to power. And this is how you're supposed to treat the same Liberian people you advocated for. You said they were suffering. You don't want to see them suffering. For God's sake, Boakai, is this a 42-year experience that you had to target your citizens, to treat them like that, humiliate them like that, like animals? Because even at dead, you will not be brave to treat an animal like that. Even if you have a dog or pet in your yard, you will never treat your dog or your pet in your yard like that. You will never even, at their age, you will never even train, I believe, your child. You will never even utter words of insult to your children in your yard. That alone, to treat our citizens like this, Liberian. So tell me, there's a reason foreigners in a country treat our people any way they want to treat them, because they see these things, they see these patterns, they see this behavior from the same law enforcement officers, from the same government that's supposed to protect life and property, from the same government that's supposed to do proper investigation. For God's sake, I'm not justifying what she did because I don't know, but that did not give you any justifiable reason to humiliate her, to tie her like that. And then, more especially, you have a baby on her lap, because this baby is not even protected. She's not even in a position to protect the baby because she's tied at the back. This baby can fall. Couldn't you call an older person or a relative of this person first and turn the baby over, send it to this person? But you put the baby's life in danger for the baby to set over to be traumatized, because this video will stay there forever. And this baby will grow up to see this video. And this baby will begin to narrate the story that this happened to me in my own country. On the whole government, this happened to me. And it will be narrated to this child. A leader, they say, had 42-year experience. A leader, they say, had 46-year experience. A leader, they say, who painted the condition of the Liberian people. A leader, they say, he was a common man. A leader, they say, he was a traditional man. A leader, they say, he was the most experienced political figure in the country. A leader, they say, he was the most educated and eloquent, very eloquent in speaking English. A leader, they say, that was recognized by world leader because he's very good at English. But he is a leader that failed to protect his people. He is a leader that neglects the safety of his people. How do you do that? And you go to bed, you lay down by your woman. Even those police officers, Gregory Como, how do you see that? And you go to bed and you lay down by another woman. How do you go to bed and you go in a room of your child and you see your child lying there safely? How do you go to bed knowingly what you have done to another person's child, another person's woman, when you are laying outside your woman and tell her, baby, I love you? How do you go to bed sound and wake up the next day and then get back on the same street and you say you are fighting to protect Liberian people? You are here to save Liberian. How do you do that? I rest my case, Brother Prince.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. You know, every time is just another calamity. I put up this, and this will be my closing. The National Identification Registry, about 75 persons, they've gone on pay for almost 4 months. They've not paid these people. This is horrible. This is wickedness. School is about to open. Do you know that the Liberian National Police, they owing them 2 months? A friend of mine there tell me, some many people say they want give, how you call, one blow. I'm gonna wait for the month to end, then we just give one blow. You see what we're talking about? Police that are serving you, but yet they increase taxes on the Liberian people. You think that the taxes that they increase at the end of the day, they will be able to look at the social component and improve it? This government boasted and said they were going to pay civil servant 2 times in a month. According to Josiah Joker, we get a video here. We get a video where I just need to take time to look for it. Josiah Joker said in Liberia, people will be taking pay 2 times in Liberia. He said before the 10, everything will be okay. Before we reach the 12, people will start receiving their money. Josiah Joker said it. But today, the police, no pay. Police, didn't get a pay yet. The National Identification Registry, they've not paid them. But meanwhile, there are people, and guess how much some of these people are making? Some of them making $110, $120, $150. While there is no pay for these people, guess what? There are people in the government who are making good money. I mean, good, very good money. When I mean good money, it's not their salary, just benefits alone. How much they are getting from benefits? We are not talking about salaries. It's not salaries. But guess what happened? Joseph Newman Boakai, EPA director, will come and say the noise that what making the people not taking pay, that what making the country is what it is. Look at this kind of thing. Are these people not having family? They do have families to take care of. They do have other things to take care of. But you are not paying them. Here is it. Yesterday, these people, some of them were saying, we'll harmonize your vote. In the name of, we'll put Boakai there, he will come and he will redeem us. He will change our status. Where are we? I want to, anyway, this video I will not play, we'll keep it for tomorrow or so. But my people, this is horrible. The government have neglected the people. The government have neglected its responsibility, doing nothing to unify the people. The country is divided even more than, in fact, wartime said were even better because it used to cause for peace fire, for how you call ceasefire. Then people go across, do whatever they're supposed to do. But as I speak to you, the country is seriously in mess. Look at all of the opinion polls that have been conducted on different platforms. You will get to realize that all of the opinion polls is against this government because this government is not treading on the red path. They've lied. They've committed some of the serious crime. Boakai is a war criminal right now as I speak. Interpol is supposed to be issuing or releasing a kind of arrest warrant for Joseph Newman Boakai because you expose and endanger the life of a whistleblower from the LDEA. But my people, time is of essence and I've caught up with us. I want to say thanks to each and every one of you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for everything. We'll be here tomorrow. Follow the page. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. We are on, just name it. Follow Honor the Palava Hut. On this note, my people, I want to say thanks to my brother Frank for his presence, which every day is inspiring. And to all of you, let's continue in the comment section. My brother, thank you, Frank. And we call this a day.
We will not allow small children to tell market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies to go the street whole day yourself. The money you make can't even buy rice. We can't do it. We want to put dignity on our people. And that's why we're here. That's the mission we have. And I can assure you, if you check your calendar, it's exactly 4 months from today. Today is the 10th, right? When is the election? You start checking. 4 months to the date. After 4 months, you will see a new Liberia coming up. You will see a Liberia that will give you hope. You will see a Liberia where corruption will be a thing of the past.